administration's detention pond projects. The issues found are dealing with the contracts, acquisition of property, property purchase, compliance with sales tax dedications, and violations with public bid laws. The Spoil Bank project in St. Martin Parish was the center of most of the violations. Auditors say they found the administration violated city policies on consolidated cash management, sales tax dedications, and the state public bid law with the project. LCG did respond to the findings, saying they do agree with part of the auditor's findings, but after conversations with public works and purchasing officials, they decided the only violation on their part is related to the location of the project, which is outside city limits. According to LCG, the work was done on an as-needed basis, which complies with the state's bid law. If you'd like to read the administration's full response as well as the entire audit, we have both linked over at KATC.com.
The Girard Park community pools and the O.J. Mouton pool have been closed for years because of extreme need of repair and the pandemic. As Christina Mondragon reports tonight, people just want the community pools open again.
With summer fast approaching and temperatures rising, 2 out of the 4 public pools in Lafayette are closed down, leaving residents fewer options to cool off. The O.J. Mouton and Girard Park community pools have been closed since 2020. For some residents, having access to a community pool is a luxury they don't have anymore.
See, where we live, we don't have like a pool in our neighborhood or anything, and he doesn't know how to swim. So it would be also an advantage to us for it to open sooner so I could teach him how to swim, because he always tries to jump in the pond because he has autism. And he's like, water, water. So I know he really enjoys it.
Fixing Girard's community pool and the O.J. Mouton pool will cost a hefty price, according to the programs and maintenance manager for the park department.
I'm estimating somewhere between $50,000 and $75,000. For the O.J. Mouton pool, it's got extensive issues, extreme leaks in the liner. That basically the entire thing needs to be redone. So that one, we're estimating those repairs to cost over $1 million.
Residents say reopening the pool in the near future will allow everyone in the community to cool off and enjoy the outdoors again.
I have a lot of good memories here, but it closed and, there's really not else much to do in Lafayette now. I feel like this should be a priority because it would give a lot more people stuff to do, especially since COVID happened, Everyone's been stuck in their houses and it would be something for the families to come out and enjoy and make memories like I did.
Girard Community Pool is expected to reopen by next summer. To see a list of open community pools, visit our KATC website. Christina Mondragon, KATC TV3.
The revised curfew for minors in Abbeville goes into effect tomorrow. Anyone under the age of 18 without a parent or guardian must be in from 8:30 till 5 a.m. Sundays through Thursdays, and then 10 o'clock to 5 in the morning on Friday and Saturday. If found without an adult, minors will be escorted to the police department and have to wait for a parent or guardian to come get them.
Here's Rob's 24-hour forecast.
Well, after hitting 86 degrees this afternoon, temperatures have cooled nicely this evening, upper 60s to lower 70s, 71 in Lafayette, 74 for our friends in Youngsville. And as we take a look at the radar satellite composite, fair skies and an almost full moon out there this evening, and it's going to go that way for the rest of the night. In fact, cooling off down into the upper 50s to lower 60s for most of Acadiana as we head into daybreak tomorrow. Mostly sunny day, and it will be warmer, getting up to about 88 for the afternoon high, but we'll also notice that humidity beginning to come up as well. It certainly does that tomorrow night, and then the rain chances arrive as we head into Friday and the weekend. Not a washout, but scattered activity on the way. Near term tonight, lower 60s your low, and then for tomorrow we'll see readings getting into the mid to upper 80s. Humidity inching upward, so does the temperature, and then the humidity really comes up as we head into Friday, the weekend, and much of next week, along with daily rain chances. We'll have the latest numbers on that 10-day scorecard coming up in just a little bit.
In national news, after a nearly 8-hour manhunt in Atlanta, police say the suspected shooter is now in custody.
Dion Patterson is accused of shooting at 5 women and killing one of them at a medical center waiting room earlier today. Melissa Adan has the latest developments.
The manhunt for the suspected Atlanta gunman coming to an end Wednesday night after law enforcement across Georgia were searching for 24-year-old Dion Patterson, suspected of shooting 5 women inside the waiting room of a doctor's office.
Law enforcement have taken the suspect into custody. He will be charged and stand trial for his crimes.
Officials say a 39-year-old woman was killed and 4 other women ages 25, 39, 56, and 71 were injured and hospitalized.
They're now advising the active shooter, person shot.
A major police presence descended in Midtown Atlanta as people evacuated the area, including surgeon Dr. Timothy Simon.
Just kind of thought, I could be in a shooting today. And I just followed the directions of the officers, and they kept us safe.
Immediately following the gunfire, Atlanta police sharing these images believed to be the suspect holding a weapon and then pictured in an elevator. The Coast Guard confirming that the suspected shooter served as an electrician's mate, second class, from 2018 until his discharge of January this year. The search efforts grew to an Atlanta suburb after police say Patterson carjacked a driver a block away and drove away with the car.
He went to a Shell gas station where he commandeered a vehicle.
In Washington, Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock sharing his frustration on the Senate floor.
We behave as if this is normal. It is not normal. It is not right for us to live in a nation where nobody is safe, no matter where they are.
Wednesday's violence marking the 190th mass shooting this year, according to the Gun Violence Archive. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And still ahead on Acadiana's News Channel at 10 o'clock, a special pin for Vietnam veterans here in Acadiana. We'll take you to their ceremony later, but first, Rob's full forecast for where you live coming up next.
From the KATC Weather Lab, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Our nice stretch of weather continues for it looks like one more day, albeit a warmer one ahead for tomorrow. Clouds and some rain chances and certainly higher humidity in the forecast Friday into the weekend. More on that in just a bit. First off, though, let's take a look at that water vapor imagery. We'll set up what we're expecting as this Omega block begins to break down. Low pressure moves off the east coast. High pressure aloft begins to shuttle to the east. And we're going to start to see some energy getting into the subtropical jet stream here, and these little disturbances that we see coming in are going to produce our chances of showers and thunder showers over the next several days, starting Friday, going into the weekend. And it looks like much of next week we're going to be locked in the pattern. Doesn't look like a washout, but eventually we're going to see some pretty decent rain totals. I'll show you that Euro model in just a bit. Here we go. West Coast, you still have more inclement weather. Rain out here, rain across portions of the Intermountain West. Not much snow at elevation, but it's a different story with low pressure moving off the East Coast. Some chilly rains and still some snow, some pink, some wintry mix, and some snow in the higher elevations of West Virginia, in the mountains there in the Appalachians, where some folks picked over a foot of snow during the course of the last 24 hours. You can see some frost and freeze advisories still in effect for our friends to the north. For us, we're under the influence of high pressure to the north and then to the south and east. So we have southerly winds here, but very light northeasterly winds. So we do have a little bit of a boundary across the area. Eventually, though, southerly winds will win out as high pressure begins to shuttle off to the east, and that means southerly winds kicking back in as early as tomorrow afternoon. So tonight, nice and pleasant, right near 60 by daybreak. Then tomorrow afternoon, we'll notice the winds beginning to come out of the south. We'll be warm, 88. The dew point still not too bad because we're not drawing from the deep Gulf of Mexico quite yet. But then we go into tomorrow night. Look at the temperatures and the dew points in the low to mid 70s. So it's going to get humid as we head into tomorrow night. Friday, plenty of clouds as well. And then not seen on much of the models. We do think we're going to see scattered showers and a few thunder showers as we head into your Friday afternoon. But again, rain chances may not be as high as we've been indicating, but we know better with that subtropical jet setup that we're going to see scattered showers. Also breezy on Friday as well, and then more of the same as we head into Saturday. Could see some nighttime showers and storms, and then again for Saturday afternoon. And this one, the graph model's been showing some sort of mesoconvective complex trying to get going Friday night into Saturday. So getting to be that time of year where it gets a little unpredictable. But we look at the Euro model here. Saturday, scattered activity. Sunday, some scattered activity. Green all around us from time to time Monday, but not a whole lot of it. But notice as we head into the middle part of next week, we start to see more persistent green across the area. That means showers and thunder showers. Here we are next Thursday. We'll take it all the way to next Friday and the following weekend as well, the way things are shaping up. So rain totals over the next 10 days. This is what it looks like. So it looks like it's not all going to come at once. Again, this is over a 10 10-day period, but it certainly looks wet and unsettled and certainly warm and humid in the next week to 10 days. But tonight, enjoy it. Upper 50s to lower 60s across the area, and then tomorrow warming up into the mid-80s, and tomorrow night milder will hold in the lower 70s. So 61 is the low what that we will go with for tonight. Almost a full moon out there as well, nearly calm winds. Then for tomorrow, nice warm day for sure. 88 the high with partly cloudy skies. That humidity inching upward, and it only goes higher from there as we head Friday into the weekend. Highs will continue in the mid to upper 80s. Those overnight lows in the low to mid 70s. And look at this, each and every day, temperatures between 85 and 88. Well, that means we might see 90 on one day, but not guaranteed. But more importantly, those overnight lows getting closer to the mid 70s. That's normal for June, not early May. That's it for weather for now. We're going to have more coming up right after the break.
New tonight, Vietnam veterans honored today at the Robichaud Center in Lafayette. That welcome home ceremony was hosted by the Galvez chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution Lafayette. War vets in attendance were presented with lapel pins as a token of appreciation for their service.
Well, service to country is probably the best service you can have. Whether the war was popular or not, we still had a lot of people volunteering for service in this country's military. Unfortunately, we have a wall in D.C. with over 58,000 names on it for those that served but didn't come home. I knew that if I didn't die on today's mission into Hanoi, I was on tomorrow's mission. It's an attitude. We thought we were doing what was required of us.
The 50th annual Southern Regional Mine Rescue Competition was held today at the Sugar Arena in New Iberia. 60 teams from across the country tested their skills and preparedness to respond to any type of mine emergency. The competition takes place over a 3-day period, with each day involving different tasks.
Mine rescue members are basically firefighters, EMT, ventilation specialists, engineers, mathematicians. You know, there's a lot that goes on with the mine rescue competition. So what happens is teams come together, and MSHA puts on these problems, different scenario within the mining industry that could potentially take place, catastrophes, disasters, etc. So we have to get together and figure out what is the situation, and we have to run it accordingly.
And still to come on KATC, the Westgate High track and field team hoping to make it to the championship. Megan Glover has their story when we come back. The Westgate High School track and field team is preparing for their 3rd straight championship appearance this weekend.
The Tigers took home the gold the past 2 seasons in Class 4A, and as Megan Glover reports, they're led by 2 seniors who will be keeping their talents close by next season.
As the race to the end of the school year continues, so could the reign of the defending state champs. This weekend, the Westgate track and field team looks to nab their 3rd consecutive state title.
We're one big family. Honestly, everybody has the same mind track. We just all want to win. We're all competitive.
What, or better yet, who helps anchor the Tigers are seniors Amari Porter and Makai Boutte, both record-breaking sprinters with the team.
Amari was pretty much an underdog this year coming in. He ran 12.2 in the 100 last year, and then he's dropped that down to a 10.86 this year. Makai, he's just a very talented kid, and he finally started to believe in the process, and once he did that, you know, the times started really improving.
But it's their leadership that's made leaps and bounds during their running career.
Amari, he's a good leader in the classroom, outside of the classroom, on the track, you know, getting the other guys. I would say he's probably more of the learn by doing, and Makai's, you know, kind of more of the vocal leader of the two.
I set standards for myself, but when I realized, I shot at those standards by more than I thought I was going to do, then I realized I had more potential than I really thought I did.
As Porter and Boutte prepare to add to their collection of medals, clinching one last piece of gold would be the perfect handoff into their next step of joining the Raging Cajuns.
Last year, some of the UL track athletes came talk to us in the auditorium, and those guys really got to me and made me start thinking. Because at first I wasn't really looking into colleges because I wasn't as good as I thought I was, and I wasn't really looking into it. But those guys opened my eyes.
Somebody that's going to work hard to get my times even lower than they are. I just want to go out there and contribute to the team.
Reporting from New Iberia, Megan Glover, KATC TV3.